That's good. Maybe raise the mic very slightly. Okay. Excuse me. Alright, I think I turned the game down a little bit, so should be good. I'm gonna stop touching the buttons now, hopefully, so I don't mess it up again. Okay, so here we go. So yeah, this is The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons, part of the Oracle series. There are two games of this Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages, and there is one randomizer for both games. What should I say about this? It was made by Jangler. Jangler set it up. We're already at version 3.5. 3.5 is in the works. This is 3.4.1. And it's already pretty good, in a pretty good state. Seeds are completable, they are not self-lockable usually. There are some things that can cause self-locks, but there are warnings in the game that tell you if you continue you might be in a self-lockable position. So in that sense it's pretty friendly. It's a pretty complete randomizer at this point, so that's pretty good. And there's a lot of development going on still, so that's awesome. Like the next version might drop on Monday, which includes small key randomization in dungeons, which is awesome. Because right now the small keys are still in their vanilla locations. So yeah, let me make a file name. Normally I normally use another username, but let's keep it simple. Text speed 5. Tracker is up. Let me start this timer. Okay, I'm ready to go. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, first things is what is actually randomized in this game. First thing you can notice, with Oracle Seasons, every region has their own season. So in the randomizer, it's all randomized, except for town. Town is a special case where every time you enter the town here, it gives you a random season, while all the other regions have a default season set. So all the seasons that we get here are pretty useful to know about because they change the environment in some cases. So you might have different item requirements to get to certain dungeons or stuff. But yeah, we start by going through Ero's Cave. We don't have any items and this is the only check we can do at the start. The Oracle games tend to have pretty linear progression. I'm getting wrecked by the geese. Alright, there we go. And with a pretty good thing about the save and quit menu in this game is it saves your last entrance, and you can use that to do a lot of to skip a lot of backtracking if you use it proficiently. And I can also do some checks, and if they are worthless, you can just reset to your last save point instead. So I got the shovel. That's normally in the normal mode of the randomizer. That is not possible. This is something that is only available in Hard Logic, which is what this seed is at the moment. Hard Logic gives you some. It makes logic more lenient in that some hard tricks are required, might be required in the logic. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to reset the town season, the one on the right, to winter. There we go. In order to get the right pattern to get a check later on. But right now I cannot get any checks yet because I only have a shovel. So I need to manipulate, that's a flute. I need to manipulate some rupees, which I'm gonna do by hard resetting to reset the RNG. And then I'm gonna manipulate a 100 rupee drop by digging up some tiles after I transition 7 screens. There it is. And I'm gonna do that again because I saw the flute was in the shop for 150, so I need 2 of them. So we're gonna do that again. It really doesn't take too long when you figure out how to do it, so once you know it, it's pretty fine. There we go. So I'm gonna grab the bombs here and the flute. The bombs are not randomized, it's a consumable items. The shop only randomizes fixed items like the flute, which normally is actually a flute. But the hearts and the bombs are always there at the moment, so that's a pretty convenient way to get your bombs early. Yeah, about the flute. The flute is randomized at the start of the game. It's predetermined which flute you're gonna get. You can either get Ricky's flute, Dimitri's flute, or Mush's flute. And in this case, we got Ricky's flutes, so that's pretty cool. I'm bad at tracking, so if I'm slacking on the tracking, then call me out for it. I normally don't use a tracker, but you know, for the overview of the game and stuff, it really helps to have a tracker, so people know what has to be done and what isn't done yet. What else do I have? I have bombs. I think I'm up to date now again. What do we have? Winter. You forgot shovel. Thank you. I'm missing something. Okay. Oh yeah. I'm going the wrong way. Never mind. Ha! Confusing myself a little bit. So yeah, I think I'm up to date on tracking now. I have to go this way. I forgot I left a check there in the hero's cave. And flute. I have flute marked, I think. I'm gonna walk over here. So Ricky's spawning patterns, or at least the animal spawning patterns, are pretty weird in that they always come from the side of the screen that is open from your position. Ooh, satchel. I'm not sure what seeds are in there. Let me check. Yeah, ember seeds. Okay, let me mark those. So yeah, with the satchel, all the trees, the seeds on the trees are randomized. So in this case we got a vanilla ember seed tree. It always, your first seeds on your seed satchel is always going to be the first tree in the town. So I only have ember seeds to cross this. Which can be useful to keep in mind when you don't have a satchel yet. And there are, for example, gale seeds, the spinny seeds on the tree. Then it's really convenient to keep that in mind. So Oracle of Seasons has like 2 worlds. It has like a sub-world, which is Sabrosia, which we are in now. And this is Sabrosian dancing. It's awesome, and I'm bad at it. But if I focus, I usually don't make a mistake. But in races, it happens pretty often that I miss a pattern because I confuse left and right. So I'm trying to be pretty careful on this one. Left, right. Right, left. I think we're almost done. Wow, I never know how many times you have to dance. I feel like it's variable. That's the Master's Black. That's a good one. I'm gonna drop a save here. Get back to this portal. Because some entrances are weird that they don't set your save point, like staircases on the overworld. So I'm gonna use that to my advantage to drop a save there and go to the Sunken Temple of Seasons. So if these 2 checks are not useful, then I can reset my game and go back to the portal instead of having to walk back, which is quite a long walk, as you can see. So there are a few checks I can do here. I can't do them all yet, because there are way more items that I need to complete everything in here. This is an ore chunk, but it's not just an ore chunk, it's a fool's ore. Oh, more text. And the fool's ore is the most powerful item, one of the most powerful items in the game, and the most powerful item I'm gonna get in this randomizer. Because it deals a lot of damage. In a vanilla game you can only get it in Subrosia for a small bit, during a hide and seek section where some Subrosians steal your feather and they give you the ore chunk in return, but in the randomizer we randomized it, so now we can use its power. Because it deals the same damage as a level 3 sword spin, I believe. So it's really powerful. It's more powerful than the level 2 sword that I might obtain in this game later. So I got the Fool's Ore, which is really powerful. It's really nice. It really helps with early bosses that are vulnerable to it. But other than that, it's a pretty good item actually, because it also allows me to knock seeds out of trees. The Rods of Seasons also allows me to do it, and I can mark that actually. So it's a pretty nice item to have early. Running my way through. I'm gonna equip it to deal with enemies if they spawn in my way. So with the seasonal changes, the environment changes of course, so it's really useful to keep that in mind, to know where you can and cannot go. Okay, this is spring, it's good. Gonna get a few checks here. 1 rupee. What a stingy rupee. And yeah, we're gonna clear out this Woods of Winter area as far as we can, and then run into the first dungeon, because we have Shovel and Winter, which allows us to get through this section. Hopefully not die. That would be nice. It wouldn't be too terrible, but it's still time loss. So if I can avoid these moblins, cool, they spawn all the way over there. Here we have the second seed tree, Sand Seeds, which are not that useful in the randomizer. They don't really unlock much. They can be used as a weapon, which can be handy sometimes, but in general they don't really unlock much. So dungeon 2 is usually the first dungeon we complete. In this case I cannot complete it all the way yet. I can explore some checks though. I'm gonna hopefully not die. Here we go. Am I missing some? I think I marked everything right. I think I did. So we can continue deeper into the dungeon. Get some checks as far as we can go, and then see what we get here, because I got some seeds. There we go. At least it's not that far from the entrance, so it's not that bad. Compass. I'm gonna grab the bombs, because there's a hidden, quote-unquote hidden area over here with a lot of rupees. And I might need them if I have to go to the shop and go to the back end where there is 3 items worth 300 rupees each. One of them is 200, but it's just nice to grab the rupees here in case you need to buy all 3 of them. Just a small safety. I can only do 1 check here. Because that chest is blocked by pots, which I cannot break at the moment. There we go. It's a piece of heart. Okay. I made a save before the key door. I'm gonna save my key for now. I'm missing something at the moment. Let me think about it. I got all my checks in Dungeon 2. Got Sand Seeds. Oh yeah, it's spring here. I forgot about that. So with spring, there's a nice spring flower here. So I couldn't get up here last time because I needed winter to get to this area, but now that I went to D2, I reset the season in that area, which you can do by moving between regions, which allowed that spring flower to get back into action. And because this is winter, I can get here without feather or flippers. So that's a pretty fortunate sequence of seasons. Ooh, mystery seeds. To allow me to do some checks here. And it also introduces Dimitri here, which is the only way I'm gonna do another check here, I believe. Oh wait, I can go backwards through the Animal Companion region, which gives me a lot of checks. And with a lot, it's probably 1. So yeah, I'm gonna get the check here that I can. 2 checks because I have Master's Black. And then we can see what we get and possibly continue through the Animal Companion region to the other side. That's a ring. That's a gold joy ring. That's a good ring. So rings are randomized. There's a pool of X amount of rings that I don't know the amount of that are input into the randomization. So you can get some rings that might be pretty useful to help. Gold joy ring is a ring that doubles all drops. So if I get a heart drop or a rupee drop, it will double the amount, which is really useful if you need like seeds or something, or a drop, or in general hearts, for example. So once I equip that, I'll double all my drops. This is also an option in the randomizer. You start with a level 3 ring box. There it is. What's this? Bomber's ring. Bomber's ring is awesome. I'm gonna equip that. It's just gonna help in general. And then we have to now we have to use our key to pass through this entire region. So this region depends on the animal companion you get. And there's also a check here that I cannot get at the moment because it's locked behind flippers. But in certain animal regions, the requirements for the check change, which is pretty cool. Let's go. These buzz blobs are known to drop a lot of seeds, but I don't need them at the moment. That's a nice fairy. I need to go this way. That's gonna hurt. I tried to punch, but I missed. Alright, this is Plano Fights. This is the Plano, also known from Link's Awakening DX. You have to do a boxing match. There we go. Got a bad pattern at the start, but still got a 2-punch in, I guess, so that's good. And that's the slingshot. Slingshot is awesome. I think I have to backtrack after this. That's Ember Seeds. This looks like spring, so I can go further. I'm gonna go further. There's still one trick I can do all the way at the Spool Swamp. And if that's not useful, I can always save and quit back to Blano's place. Let me spawn Ricky here. And it also allows me to check one of the seed trees along the way. And since I don't have either Pegasus seeds or Gill seeds, I know that one of them is gonna be locked until late game. Since there is one tree that is right in front of Dungeon 6, which needs 4 jewels and all the seasons. Oh, nice. Pegasus seeds. So I'm gonna drop a save here, in case my check doesn't work out. And there's also something interesting here that I'm gonna check after this, because there is a mystery owl close by. I'm gonna reset that. I'm not willing to walk back. Okay. So the mystery owls can give you a hint on items, where an item is. It's pretty vague. It's pretty broad, not really vague, but a broad hint. And that it just gives you the general area of an item. So I saw star-shaped ore is on Goron Mountain, which is useful info maybe, because the star-shaped ore unlocks an item in Terosia, in the shop there. So if that is something, then it's good to know where that is. So it might be a useful hint. But we'll have to wait until later until I get access to that to see. Oh yeah. I equipped the ring, but then I fought Blano, and Blano unequips all your items, including rings. So that heart I picked up didn't count double in this case, unfortunately. So I have to go all the way back. I got Slingshot, which unlocks a check at the Hero's Cave right at the start of the game. So we're gonna have to go all the way back with these Pegasus seeds. It's like a boost in Link to the Past. Makes you go fast, except you don't have to charge it up. And you can change direction. The bad part is it is a consumable, so that's annoying. I mean, I don't have to. I could use Ricky to cross the water, but I might as well. So we have to go all the way back. Where do I want? I have a save point at Blano at the moment. I think I want to keep that for now. I'll walk back if I get something useful. So at the bottom here there's a small island. Thank you. Use mystery seeds. Mystery seeds have a 1 in 4 chance of giving an effect of one of the other 4 seeds. So I can light the torch with a mystery seeds if I get lucky. Which allows me to save and equip here. Hard ore. I think it's faster to go back to Blano and go backwards to Natsu. I don't think it's that much of a difference, but I'm gonna equip the ring. There we go. So hard ore allows me to go to the smithy in Sabrosia and get a check there. Normally there's a shield upgrade there in vanilla, but in this case it's random, of course. Ricky's animal companion area is probably it is the slowest one to traverse. You have to go zigzag through this area so many times. It's quite annoying when you think about it. But on the bright side, Ricky can jump up cliffs. Wow, words. Jump up cliffs. There we go. Which allows for some nice time save when I have to go back to dungeon to can take one of the back entrances, which normally aren't accessible unless it's somewhere there. So I don't have any of the 3 big traversing items, which are feather, bracelets, or flippers, which is annoying. So hopefully I get one of those 3 here. It would be pretty nice. Arguably feather would be best, so I can do some stuff in Subrosia here. So yeah. It's a weird smith, you have to be pretty direct at them if you read the text. There we go, power bracelet, nice. That allows me to go back to dungeon 2 and do some stuff there, finish it up. I do need some bombs, but I have rupees, so I can buy some bombs in D2, so that's fine. I'm gonna use Ricky to not change the season up. Would The Legend of Zelda Ages and Seasons dual random be possible, like what they did with A Link to the Past? Ow. It wouldn't be possible because there's not enough room on the Game Boy card to fill everything, to put both games in. I think the deal with A Link to the Past and Super Metroid is that they have pretty disjoint data usage on a SNES card, so it's pretty lucky that it works for that game. I'm gonna need my boy Ricky. I'm gonna drop a save point here. I should actually check this first. This is my one check that requires a key. So if this is not something useful, I can save a key and not have to do one out of the way check. Flippers. Okay. That's good. Okay. I missed some markings. There we go. So with Ricky I can jump off this cliff. It's pretty precise actually. Glad I got it first try. Ooh, hard container. Finally. I don't have bombs, so I'm gonna buy some bombs here and then go through here to get this. That's not a bomb. To get a small key here. So now that I have bracelets and flippers, that opens up a lot of the world. So we can explore a lot of stuff after this. I'm gonna walk back. It's kind of annoying that I don't have kill seeds, which are gonna be locked until late game. Which makes getting refills for seeds a hassle. And that's a lot of damage. Making sure I don't take too much damage here. And get a hard drop, there we go. Alright. There are my bombs. I'm not sure how many compass, if I got compass or... That's not a bracelet. There we go. So I'm not sure, I'm gonna check my map screen. There we go. So this is Facade. In the speedrun we run on Japanese version, which allows us to kill him without spawning him, but Randomizer uses the English version, which means I have to do this fight the vanilla way. That's a bit early, okay. So he spawned holes 2 times, which is annoying, but I got fireballs, which makes up for it a little bit. I'm missing map and big key, so the big key is down here. I don't have feather yet. Damn, I definitely thought I could make that. With feather you can skip a lot of those platforms, it's really nice. Gonna have to turn this turnstile, and then once we get to the end there's also a mystery owl there that I'll grab a hint from. Exactly, when you have the Orange Village hold bombs. Don't think I found bombs in Orange Village yet, so that would mean either it's in the back of the shop, or it's on the Paul Check or Mako Tree. So I don't have enough bombs to beat this, but there are bushes here, and luckily I got some drops. Because I need 4 bombs. Yeah, bombs are in the shop, but I don't think it's a randomized location, so it doesn't count for the hint. The hint doesn't reference that. I know this is map. Yeah, so I can continue on. Okay. Did we get anything else? I have slingshot. Nothing else. I know where Blue Ore is, but I reset it at least. There's an owl statue here. Mark the essence. Spoo Swamp, yeah, thank you. I've already been there. Okay, we have bracelet and flippers. Let's start with Sunken City, I guess. Can't really do that much yet. Let me... I don't think that's a good... Yeah, I forgot. I have to go back. I am not used to winter in Sunken City. Normally there's a diving spot in the south, but it's covered up by ice now. So I have to go the vanilla way. Or so to speak vanilla. I don't know if it would be vanilla, but... Gonna drop a save. Okay, I don't care about the rupees, so I'm gonna spawn back here. And there's a check I can do here, but I don't want to do that. I should do it, it's better for routing. it should be far enough to the left to make Ricky spawn on the left, right? Yeah, cool. So we're gonna go through this section again. These now with flippers, I can skip the second half of it, which is not really second half, but it's... I'm gonna go here. There is a seed refill here. And with the lack of gale seeds in this seeds for now, it's really handy to grab that, get some extra packets of seeds. So yeah, instead of going up here, I want to bring further. I'm gonna go to the right. And now with the flippers I can swim across to this kind of off check. I have to go through here. I have a weapon, but you know, having to do another menu for it is kind of annoying. Alright, that's the first of the 4 jewels. That's nice. That's one of the 4 jewels that's gonna give me access to Dungeon 6 and the Gilsey tree. So that's good to get that. I can go up Corn Mountain, but I can't get any checks there, I believe. Yeah, I can't, because it's winter there. So we're gonna continue down here and get some of the flippers checks out of the way. Go this way. I don't want to transition down there because that's a region transition, which is slow. I also know Spool Swamp is winter, so that gives me another check in Spool Swamp when I go there after this. That's a square jewel, nice. It's 2. As long as I don't have feather, it isn't worth it for me to go back up to the Flood Gatekeeper's house. Nice. That's a good find, magnet gloves. Almost vanilla. It's pretty close. Magnet glove, there we go. It's a lot of items already, that's nice. Ricky's awesome. Can punch open the bumpable walls. There we go, heart drops, thank you. I'm gonna do some checks over here. Okay, there are some checks I can do here. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna get ore chunks, because the shop's in this area, so I might need some. That's that's for the other shop, the one in the town. So yeah, let me do another check here and then. Oh yeah, I can dig for ore chunks. Start digging on the way to my check. That's a fire pokey. That's another fire pokey. That's an ore chunk. So also my ore chunk drops are doubled because of the ring that I have. Which is really convenient since I need... Ooh, that's a good ring. I'm gonna keep my gold joy ring on for now to farm. ore chunks. There we go. That should be enough for now. Let's see what's in the shop. I know star ore is that's a good one. Let's see what this is. Armoring. I don't care about that. So that's the treasure map. The treasure map is cool because it shows you where all the jewels are in the overworlds. It doesn't work in Subrosia, but it does work over here in the overworld section. So I can see it's in the Dungeon 1 and Dungeon 5 where my last 2 jewels are, which is good to know. So I got Magnet Glove and I got the members card. So let's check out the members cards. Title category still on Super Metroid. Oops. I don't have any access to that, so if someone could change that, that would be awesome. I'm gonna get some extra rupees here. Fortunately, the item rupees are not doubled by gold joy rings, so this guy still gives only 100. But the ones that I would dig up, like at the start of the run, they would count for double, so I would get 200 from those. So if I need more than these 380 that I have at the moment, I can always use my shovel to dig up some extra ones. What else is unlocked with Magnet Glove? I'm gonna take this. These are the bombs that the hints prescribed, I guess. Did I get fall? No, I didn't get fall. I'm gonna manipulate a fall to get a check here at the bottom. So it's sometimes pretty tedious parts if you want to get a certain season in the town. There we go. 1 in 4 chance. Never lucky. Even though this is pretty okay. Third try, I think. Technically 4, because I went to a free shop. It's a spring rod. That's good. What does that unlock? That unlocks Goron Mountain. That's annoying actually, because that means I have to backtrack for that. Gonna drop a saver to save not only my Pegasus seeds that I'm gonna use here, but also it's already spring. What am I doing? But also, if this check is not worth it, then I can backtrack to the town easily, because I still don't have. I missed. Still don't have a good way to get up to Goron Mountain except through the Goron, through like the Animal Companion region. That's a boomerang. That's the first boomerang. There are 2 boomerangs in this game. First one is useless. Well, not useless, but not that useful. Wouldn't call it useless. There are some uses for it. But in seasons, it's pretty useless. There we go, I'm equipping this. First is useless, second is go mode. Exactly, that's usually the case. Also, hey Jangler. That's a Jangler in the chat. Jangler made the randomizer, so he's in charge of the development. So it's pretty awesome that he actually made it. It's like 6 in the morning for you, right? That's really early. So yeah, since this is my only way up to Goron Mountain, we're gonna have to go through here. There's a check in here that I cannot get because I don't have feather, unfortunately. Ow. can take a sneak peek at this one. That's the star ore. Okay, so the other check might be something. You set the alarm an hour early, but apparently not early enough. Hey, that's what happens when people finish randomizers underestimate. Because we have to make pretty big estimates. Unfortunately, because RNG might be not helping us out. So whispering, I can grab this Kaku. I can also do this in not spring, but it's not used. That's the bell, the rusty bell. But I cannot grab that because I need feather to get through that cave. But that's good information, because that means I don't have to search for that. I'm falling off. Also, I'm not sure if I can break bushes. Hey, it's a feather. Can I break? I'm not sure if I can break spring flowers. I don't know if ember seeds do that. So I'm not sure if I'm stuck here or not. Cool, it does. Okay, I'm not stuck. Good to know. So now we have the holy trinity of progression. I can click Q. Here we go, we're back up. Oh, that's so lame. That's so lame. Okay. Excuse me. There we go. You either need sword or full sword to get that thing off the tree. I don't think the rod actually works for that. There are still 2 checks I can get here. I don't know what else to equip. Let's equip full sword. I wasn't actually sure whether full. I was unsure also when I went up there. I'm like, I'm here now. I might as well try. I know rod doesn't work, but I knew full sword might work. Get out of the way. So this is the entrance to Dungeon 4. Unfortunately, I do not have the dungeon key yet, so I cannot stop the waterfall. It's a nice heart container. I'll take that. What do we have better? There's some checks in Sabrosia I can do. I might as well do hide and seek at this point. Without gill seeds, this is the easiest way to do it. Should equip feather. Because either I have to go down to Sunken City, fix the bell along the way, which is convenient. But I still have to get here in this section, which I cannot get without Cape or Magic Boomerang. And since I have Bell also, this is a huge progression area at the moment. So yeah, we're gonna have to do some mini games. So we just have to play hide and seek and not get caught. I'm gonna equip a shovel, just for the hell of it. Maybe I'll get a heart drop. Heart drops are pretty rare. It's rarer than fire pokey, I feel always. Always get more fire pokeys during hide and seek than heart drops. Enough ore chunks though. That's a fire pokey I have to walk around. And that's why you never want to dig, even though it's fun. Because you can get a fire pokey in your way and lose time. Also, this is useful to buy some extra package seeds in the Sabrosia market. They cost 25 for 10, so if I have enough ore chunks, I can get a pretty easy refill there. I already have enough, but extra never hurts. Fire pokies do hurt, so I want to avoid the fire pokey. Alright, we made it. Not C, but yeah. There we go, got our feather back. It still says now return the ore, but you actually get to keep it, which is nice. Okay, let's get some checks along the way. This one. You like how they don't recognize the digging? Exactly. It's pretty cool. Also, you saw that the feather spawned in the air there. That's a change to make sure that, hey, that's the cape. That's that makes doing hide and seek pretty profitable. Good choice. Because cape is overpowered. It's an upgraded feather, so you can jump way further. That means a lot of stuff becomes way more convenient at this point. Nobody saw that. Okay. I didn't make the jump. That's a tough jump. Don't mind me. Forced hiding. It's not forced yet. There might be a magic boomerang lying around in the open. Not forced. You can't say that yet. That's a gacha seed. Can I make it? Can I make it? Cool. Okay, let me... I'm gonna get a seed refill here. And a shield, because it's in the way. So once you buy that shield... I can do Goron Mountain Jack with feather and bombs. There we go. Like everything with a feather. Autumn Tower, stuff like that. I'm gonna skip Autumn Tower for now. I kind of want to chain that with Summer Tower, for which I need Rosa's ribbon. But I have enough checks left for now. I can go do D7 once I fix the bell, which I forgot to mark. I'm bad at tracking. I never track during my randos. Cape, bell. Just do it. There we go. Fixed bell. Might as well mark the shield now that I have extra time. There we go. And we can go back. So with the bell, this pirate is gonna bring us to dungeon 7. I had to think about that for a bit. There's a lot of checks here, and I can fully do this dungeon because of all the items that I have. I don't need swords for this dungeon. That's a mobbling ring. Don't really care about that. Maple's ring. I do not care about that either. Moblin's ring turns you into a moblin, and Maple's ring makes Maple encounters more frequent, which none of those are useful for me. So yeah, let's do Dungeon 7. There's a few tricks I can do in order to make this faster. I can possibly skip 1 or 2 key blocks. And there are owls here that I forgot about, so let's check some owls. Eastern suburbs holds up. That's my first boomerang. That's I already have that, so that's useless. Maple ring turns you into Maple. Oh man, that would be sick. Going through the hey, that's Dragon Key. That's my key. That's the key to Dungeons 4. Okay, let's clear this stuff out. As you can see, I one-shot everything with this. It deals so much damage. Alright, I'm gonna do a trick called Poe Skip. That allows me to skip the first Poe and the first key door. It's a tight series of jumps and pushing stuff to get through the staircase the unintended way. And I got it first try. That is awesome. There's still a chest in the first part, but I will go back to that after the mini boss and hopefully save a small key doing that. But for now we're gonna have to traverse through this dungeon. This is random. It's also random in vanilla. Which statue is the one you have to push? I'm gonna push the boss. Give me that. So yeah, with that Poe skip I have an extra small key, and I don't have to fight the first Poe. I'm still gonna get all the keys in this section, cause going back here if I need to is gonna be a pain. Nice, I got stuck on the corner. Gotta love corners. I missed, no. Right. Nice heart drops. So yeah, in the current version, the small keys are not randomized yet, so I know exactly where they are. The next release, that's gonna be randomized, which is gonna make routing way different. If you could not. Yo. Grab more seeds. Alright, the second Poe fight you cannot skip, I believe. So we have to beat this in order to get through the next room. Or not really next room, I'm gonna do a check first with this trampoline. That's the ribbon, that's good. I like that. That allows me to chain the rest of Subrosia together pretty conveniently. So yeah, this room, if you don't beat the second Poe, like the Poe skip room, the torches go out slowly, and if you don't make it, you get sent back to the start of the dungeon. Which is not cool. I need to get this against the wall. Here we go. Heart drop. Thank you. Platform physics are really cool in this game. As you saw there, I got pulled by the platform even though I was in the air. It's really awkward sometimes. So yeah, we're almost halfway. We can finish up clearing this dungeon. I don't need the fairy in the pot here, I believe, so I'm just gonna continue on. I already forgot when I said awesome in reference to what. I always forget what I'm saying. So I don't know what I referenced. So yeah. 2 hits for each with the Fool's Aura. Really fast mini boss fight. What do we have? Still missing the boss key and the compass. I'm gonna check this chest first. If this is boss key, then I'm gonna continue straight onto the boss. Otherwise, I'm gonna go get that check that I missed. That's unfortunate. There's still one check in the back of the dungeon that I might need to get. Okay, this is not boss key, so this might be progression. It's a gacha seed. So yeah, that allows me to save a key to go to the back of the dungeon. You're second guessing yourself. Don't. No, that's. I always say weird stuff. I'm gonna grab a fairy here because I'm taking a lot of damage. So because I have an extra small key now, because that first chest was useless, I can skip the entire left side here, which is really convenient. Go straight through to the back. Nice, good jumps. I never get this owl. Did I miss? I missed, huh? Yeah, I missed. Level 4 holds a piece of heart. That might be useful information to maybe skip a check. The next room is gonna be annoying as hell with Zor. Here we go. With Sword it's way easier because they jump less. With Fools I cannot get hits off. So I have to get them against the wall or make them jump. Okay, so this was not that impressive. I got Rosa's ribbon, which is okay. That's the wrong staircase. So I guess I'm gonna follow that up, because that looks where progression should go. Or cape. What else does cape unlock actually? As you can see, the Fools are really makes mincemeat out of everything. Yo, heart container. Sick. 3 hits to each of the heads, 3 hits to the main body, and it's gone. So fast. Should mark the dragon key. I forgot to mark that. Okay. I don't have kill seeds, unfortunately, so I have to walk all the way back. So yeah, Rosa's the next step. Bye Maple, bye Maple. I know where the blue ore is, but I don't have red ore yet, so I don't think I'm gonna get that yet. I have a check here. This is the check I forget 80% of the time, because it's a weird spot. I was looking for a sword, then I realized I didn't have a sword. The force of habits. See, I can chain a lot of stuff now in Serosia. Can pretty much clear up everything. So first off, I'm gonna get the Bombflower. Bombflower is not randomized yet. It's a weird thing. That's all you need to know about it. So with the Bombflower and Rosa, I can do the last 2 Temple of Seasons towers. I'm gonna go to the Superocean Market, get a refill on my Pexa seeds. There we go. And then give Rosa her ribbon. Now we can go on the dates. Okay, save point is at the Superocean Market. I don't think it matters too much. Alright, these guys want the bomb flower. The reason I save there and not like right after the shop is because when you place that bomb flower, it unlocks a check location later on where you need the red and the blue ore for. So if I save after doing that and I have to reset, or I get like nothing here, well, that's not nothing. So, but yeah, if I would want to save some time and reset there, then I still have that location unlocked already, which is really useful. So I got summer. I need some moment to track that. Here we go. So yeah, that's all I need for Dungeon 4 actually, which I don't really want to do yet. There are some other summer checks I could do. There are still a few checks in Sprosia that I have to do. Well, I got my shield back. I need to press start, not A. I'm not gonna mark that. Maybe when I have some time to mark, but not for now. We still have 2 checks on the left side of Sprosia. And then it's off to probably Sunken City. And then go up Goron Mountain to default. Nice, my seed ran out. Okay. So apparently Rosa's ribbon was not the progression. Which means not that much actually, I don't know. So what do we know at this point? We know jewels are in D1 and D5. I don't know where D1 key is and I don't know where Autumn is, so both of those locations are still locked. We can do Moblin Keep. That's an early check. I'm gonna leave Moblin for now. I'm willing to gamble on that one. I still don't have a sword, unfortunately, so I cannot do... And there's another check up here with Dimitri that requires the sword. But I don't have it yet, so I can't do it, but I can do this one. It's a Kashasi. Now you get the pun. Yeah, gotcha. It's spring. I need to turn it to summer to make the shortcut exit. Oh, it was already summer. I changed it to summer to get to that gate. There we go. So what checks do I have left apart from D4? I have Moblin Keep, Goron Mountain, And I think that's somewhat it. What else is unlocked with somewhere? This game came out yeah, 20 years ago. I doubt they made that reference on purpose. I'm not sure. So yeah, with the dragon key and all the seasons that I need to get up here, I can open up D4 and enter it, and hopefully get some progression out of it. It definitely was, you think so? I mean, as a kid I never noticed it, but you know. We all know it became a meme over 10 years later. I need to track more. I'm not tracking enough. I finished D7. So D4 is pretty good. Ooh, hyper slingshot. They're not required, but actually useful item. There are some tricks you can do in Dungeon 8 where you would normally get this item. I'm not doing pot puzzle. It's not required because you can do some tricks in D8 to skip it. So we'll see when I get to D8 if I am gonna use some of the tricks still, because it saves some time to route the dungeon differently. First off, let's clear out Dungeon 4. This compass. Still haven't found like anything, really. Nice damage boost. Doing a slight trick here because I have cape and Pegasus seeds. Don't have to wait on the platforms. Really nice. I really don't want to use a seed here. There we go. Now we continue on deeper into the dungeon. And get some junk. Honestly, this is better than using fools, or there's still keys here. Where's the keys? Get over here. Yeah. Die. Foolsaur is really annoying to hit those stealthos with. Ooh, Rangwing, level 2. Increases the boomerang damage by 2. Except not the base boomerang, I think. Just the level 2 boomerang. It's gonna be useful when we finish up Dungeon 6 later. Increases the damage of the boomerang on the final boss. Hard drop. No. There we go. Missed it. I really wanted that hard drop. So I know there's a piece of heart here. I got like absolutely nothing yet. I'm still missing a map, a boss key, and the piece of heart. Did I get? I didn't get the piece of heart. Get a hint. Already got that. I think I got the piece of heart, right? I'm unsure. I'm doubting myself now. Well, at least that means I still don't have to do pot puzzle. Guaranteed. I can always skip a key. I think if I didn't get this part. Getting some small keys for the second half of the dungeon. Randomania you can only hurt when the light is on, and there's only one of the three that has a shadow. I'm not sure if it shows on stream usually. Usually glitches out a little bit because of frames issues. Go, got the shots. Gonna drop a save here, so maybe save a small key, depending on what this item is. That's the boss key. I'm really unsure if I got a piece of heart here already. I didn't get a health refill, so I don't think I got it. Which means the rest of this dungeon is junk for what it might mean. Give me that heart. Not entirely compared. Kinder's projects. There we go. Got the shot. Pretty good. Somewhere. Owl statue. Thank you. I'm gonna grab extra ember seeds. Because for Goma I might need extra seeds. I don't have a lot of sand seeds left. You can fight this boss two different ways. You can either break the claw as I did, or keep the claw alive and shoot past the claw, which is tricky. Got a good fight though. I'm pretty sure I didn't get a piece of heart at the start of the dungeon, because I would have gotten a health refill from it, and I don't think I got that. That is an ore chunk in the 8th position, indeed. What do we have left? Moblin Keep, Coral Mountain, I guess. Let's go that way. Let me think, what else is there to find? D8 might be open actually, huh? Ow. Okay, that's annoying. That's not what I wanted to find. Because that means I know where Blue Ore is, because that's on the Floodgate Keeper's house, which is really far out of the way. This is gonna be such a slow way to Moblin Keep. Furnace is the answer. I'm honestly debating on doing D8 first, because my blue ore is way too far out of the way. Having to go all the way to the Floodgate Keeper's house, which is next to the D3 entrance, and not having kill seeds, not fun. In terms of progression though, it would make sense. It would be okay. as far as logic works. Gonna drop a save here, in case this is junk. I can warp back to the Gorn Mountain entrance that I left and go to D8 that way. D8 is more... no, I have to go to D8 anyway, so it's not out of the way. Having to go through North Horon or whatever it's called, to Spool Swamp, to Floodgate Keeper's house, and then all the way back to Eyeglass Lake. That is not cool. Not a cool walk. Okay, let's see if we can get this bomb. Ah, it's too early. It's walked too far. Let's get this. That's a good one. Bam. So the last bomb has to hit him when he is holding a bomb, which is sort of RNG. But I feel that if you miss a shot and then do 2 shots in a row, that's Spring Banana, that's not useful. Then you have a wider window of places, of things. So that's what I usually do. If I don't get the first hit off, I intentionally miss my bomb and then get 2 bombs in a row to get a good pattern, and usually get it pretty quickly. I don't really have good push cutting methods. These are fixed Pegasus traps, so I'm gonna grab them. Also, I got fall. Default fall is pretty nice here. So I can walk over here with Full Zor. I don't have to cut the grass. Is this normal or hard? This is hard. I always play hard. And since I have Hyper Slingshot, which was actually... I found Hyper Slingshot in D4, so progression-wise, it makes sense to go to D8 actually. That would explain the nose for 1 hour in. Exactly. This sword is just gone. It's no longer in the game apparently. All right. I think Furnace has less odds of progression than D8. Not only because of checks, but also because of progression. Yeah, in normal it wouldn't be in logic. The seasons in this seed have been pretty weird. Not really beneficial, I guess, in terms of exploration. Eastern Suburbs was spring, which allowed you to get to Sunken City early. And Sunken City was winter, which allowed you to get to the Sea Tree early. And this is fall, so that's also really convenient. Pretty convenient seeds in terms of season placements. Mystery seeds, I guess. I'm gonna mystery seeds through this dungeon. Alright. It's a progression on... not Hyper Slingshot, I guess, but technically it is. You can do a trick there to get that without Hyper Slingshot, but you know, with Hyper Slingshot... yeah, missing. Give me that heart, I need it. So that means I can get the blue ore later in a more convenient way. Trying to get a kill seed. There we go. Gonna drop a save here. I'm gonna do a trick called HSS skip, hyper slingshot skip. In rando it doesn't really make sense, but in the vanilla speedrun, I'm gonna need to unequip this actually. That's gonna be annoying. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 white gap, and we're gonna jump over that. You need to die. And it involves a subpixel manip to get the right subpixel. It involves the bomb boost. And it involves some frame perfect tricks. So I'm gonna buffer until I'm on the edge of the pits. Jump, buffer until the explosion is fully exploded. And I was a frame late apparently, I think, on the second jump. So those are 2 frame perfect moments that you need to hit. I'm gonna be a little bit higher. I don't like doing that. Alright, let's try again. There we go. Might be late. There we go, second try. Easy. So what I got there is a warning. There's a warning there because if you misuse your keys, you can get stuck. There's a section in the middle of the dungeon where there are 2 small keys, and I don't really have. Should move out of the corner. Fine, I'll use the flute. I don't like using the flute. It's slow. So yeah, there's a small section in the middle of the dungeon. Yo, that's an early boss key. If I was go mode, that would be epic. You can keylock yourself in that middle section if you go to the boss. There's 2 small keys locked behind 2 key doors, on 1 key door on either side. So you have to be careful when you do that. That's why the warning is there. So that jump is never in logic, not even in hard mode, I believe. I should equip my Plexus ring again. Do I want this hint? I kinda want this hint. I like hints. That's a sort of good hint, maybe? So this is the second half of the dungeon. I skipped the first half with this jump. In this second half you have to drop ice rocks to the bottom floor to freeze up the lava. There are 4 holes, we're only gonna use 3 of them, because one of the holes, the one over here, would only help me to get to a chest which holds a small key, which I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna do this first, and before I go to the boss, I'm gonna backtrack to the mini boss in order to not keylock myself, because there might be progression. There might be progression in the middle part that I don't want to softlock myself out of, I guess, words. But I'm gonna finish up this section first, to just do it and get all the checks that I can, get more information out of it. If I could not... I hate opening this, but I need a fairy. I know where not a fairy is actually. I know where the fairy is. Don't fall in the lava. Don't get hit. Give me the fairy. There we go. Secret fairy. Saved. How far are we in? 126. That's not bad. Gonna bring this all the way to the bottom left hole. To the hole. I'll take the top path. Those moblins are in the way. So yeah, this is the situation where if you would go to the boss first, you would spend your last key, and you need 1 key. That's a map. Stelphos, Moblins, whatever, they look the same. They have the same movement patterns. It's honestly, it's the same enemy in a different skin. It's the same enemy. Period. Names are hard. I'm gonna equip. Might as well do this now that I have that equipped. There we go. 4. Is that enough? I think it is enough. 2. But they're skeletons. Who cares if they're skeletons? They are enemies and they deal damage. I would love to get a mystery seed drop. There we go. That's the key door that I need the key for. Green holy ring in D3. It's useful info, it might be worth something. Need more bombs. Fear my pot throwing skills. Aha. I think this is where I drop my save point. So we're gonna get 3 checks in this section. I'm gonna get this small key for safety. Three checks and maybe, I think I already got compass out of it. So I have map, I have compass, and I have boss key, so these are all items that might be useful. Annoying pattern, ice, physics, bad. Power ring level 3. Okay, that's a good ring. That's a good ring for when I get a sword. I'm gonna keep that. The power ring level 3 increases the damage of the sword by 3, which is pretty huge. So if I end up with level 1 sword on the final boss, that's gonna be helpful, because even though the ore chunk is pretty powerful, Natsu hold the pyramid jewel. I already have the pyramid jewel. There we go. So I still need the level 1 sword at least to get the Maku seeds and to damage the final boss. So I didn't have the compass apparently. Okay. Amazing hints, definitely amazing hints. There are some half hints that are useful. Not really. They could be useful to skip an item location in D3 or D5. I think I got. Let me grab the boomerang. Alright. Now we can go to the boss. I have that small key from the midsection to finish up. Still need the 1 key and Autumn. Those are my main limiting items at the moment. Sword is not, I need sword, but it's not required at this point to continue. Kill all the fire keys. Easy. Okay, this is Medusa Head, and Fool's Ore deals a lot of damage. 4 hits, and she's gone. I don't need the money, but I might as well grab it, because it makes a nice sound. So, let me track stuff, because I'm bad at tracking again. I found Floodgate Key, finished this dungeon. Let's upgrade that now that I have time. That's it for now. So D3 is the next progression. What's the fastest way to get to D3? I think it's just exiting normally here. Ow. So yeah, we're gonna have to take a long walk. That's the downside of not having gill seeds. Everything takes long walks. Fortunately, I have Pegasus Ring, which allows me to go faster for longer. And I don't have it equipped now because I don't know why. Oh yeah, for the jump in D8, I didn't equip it. There we go. Get some refills. Then I'm gonna get my blue ore chunk here. My blue ore, not ore chunk. Because I skipped it at the start of the game. There we go. Still press the button because it's slightly faster. That's not croissants. I cannot pick up rocks with a boomerang. I'm gonna use cedar I have left over. So we got the floodgate key. We can open this up and then enter the dungeon tree. So we're just gonna follow the progression for now. That seems like the best play. It could be tricky at the end, because Magic Boomerang is still missing. And that can be sort of anywhere. But we'll see when we get there. At that point. Still have a lot of stuff to check. I'm gonna shovel these because I don't have gill seeds. Normally you generally want to use gill seeds because it's pretty fast. Get back here. Hard to refill. I'm gonna route this like this again. I've been using 2 different routes lately. One involves this way, where you check this back section first, and then go back to the start. The other one involves doing this section backwards, and then continuing on, not having to go back to the start. Corn Mountain holds red ore. Wow, thanks game. Would have been useful if I skipped that check. As soon as the sword appears. I mean, I still need Gnarled Key. I don't know where that is. That's the issue at the moment. I need a sword, I need level 2 boomerang, and I need Gnarled Key and Autumn. Those are the items I'm missing to finish the game. So there's still a lot of choices for stuff. The problem with Magic Boomerang is it doesn't turn into progression until I get, I'm jumping the wrong way. It doesn't turn into progression until I have access to Dungeon 6. And we know that to get access to Dungeon 6, I need to have access to Dungeon 1 and Dungeon 5, because there are jewels there. And I need Autumn. So there might be a random boomerang lying around, which would be useful, but most likely it's locked behind the jewels and stuff, the other dungeons. I want that heart. What do we got? It's a compass. Yeah, whatever I find here, it's probably gonna lead me to Eyeglass Lake, Autumn, Gnarled Key. Those two lead me there. Sword would lead me to Sunken City, I think. Or Horn Village, either of the two. Green Holy Ring, that's the hint I got. More bumps. There are still some off checks that are not already unlocked, but I haven't checked yet. There's still deserts, which I unlocked by going to D7. Ah, I missed the trick. I thought with Pegasus seeds I could make that. Fortunately I didn't. Now I have to take the Walk of Shame back. Since I have Pegasus Ring, I can do this first. Won't cost me too much. Okay, that's good to know. Samasa Desert holds bombs. That's a one check in desert. That's useless. Which makes the odds of progression being there way less. That's nice. Alright, mini boss time. What do I have? I'm missing them. That's not a good pattern. I don't think I can. Yeah, I can make that. Maybe I could have made it, but I didn't go for it. Go. So because I'm still missing map, I'm gonna go to the boss first, because there's one check left, other than the boss, which is on the left there. So if this is not map, then I'm good to skip the other check. Go. Easy health refill. That's map. I'm going back to the other check. Thank you, the Randroid, for changing the title. And the game category, I guess. Did the game category update also? I'm not sure. Someone could check that. That would be awesome. I'm gonna check this owl while I'm here. So level 6 holds a piece of heart. That's probably not gonna be useful at any point, since most likely I will enter D6 in go mode. It's okay, it's fine. I'm not worried about it. Alright, we finished D3 and we got nothing, I think. What did we get? We got nothing. That's weird. So we're gonna have to do some extra checks, I think. We have Furnace, which is unlocked. We already checked. We have Furnace, Desert, and I'm not sure what else. Let's check Furnace first, because that's close, and then turn that into desert. Furnace is a check that is usually pretty late in the game, but we'll see what it has. I think I cleared Saprosia out for the rest, so just double checking. Other than these two checks, I'm not sure what else I can do at this point. So let's see what we got. That's a magic boomerang. That's not gonna lead me anywhere, but that's nice. That's really nice. Yeah, let me mark that. Deserts, I think. That's good to find early. So I know desert has bombs, but there is a second check there that I can get. I could change my route up for deserts, which might be worthwhile, because I now have a save point on the portal, which if I get Autumn or Dungeon 1 key, that's a really nice shortcut to walk back. This is always the same passwords, also used in the speedrun. In order for that guy to move, you have to talk to the pirate captain in Saprosia. So because I know there are bombs here and I have a save point at the portal, I'm gonna do this check first. Succeed. Because if this is the progression, then I can do some other stuff. There we go. Yeah, it's a sword, but that's not. I'm gonna walk out. So my save point is set at the lake portal, and I have nothing to do there, but I have things to do on this side of the map, so I'm gonna walk out. Let me mark the sword. There we go. So there are two checks I can do with the sword. One of them is the Mako tree, which is right over here. You need the sword to open the door. And the other one is in Sunken City. So we'll see which of the two has my progression. Whoa! That's not progression, but that's really nice. Getting a seed refill and 15 max seeds. So I think the other check is the only one I have left. Trying to think if I'm missing other checks here. I cleared Woods of Winter. There's still the fall check in next to D2, but I need fall for that. Yep, there's Eichless Lake that I forgot about. Luckily, this door doesn't set the war point, because if it did, it would be awkward. Because there's water there and stuff. So I can walk back to the Mako tree and check Eichless Lake at this point. What the hell is this? This is dumb. Ah, this seed. I'm so happy I got Desert Check out of the way already. Let me mark that sword. 1.5 hour. First sword into second sword. Forced desert dip for the swords. So that means progression has to be an Iceless Lake, I guess. So with summer you can drain the lake, which allows you to get 2 checks, one on either side of the lake. So there's one over here that we're gonna bump the wall open. In the linked game there's a jewel here, so it's pretty cool. And that's awesome, so that allows me to dip into D5. And that's the progression we need. So that means we only need Gnarled Key at this point. There we go. I'll mark that soon when I have a moment. Just need Gnarled Key because I know the jewels are in D5 and D1. There we go. I'm gonna get some small keys and then some checks along the way. I need to kill everything here. That's the compass. Not really what I want to find. Wow, I thought the ball would hit the keys. Gacha seed, also not what I want to find. I'm gonna go to the back here. I don't need a hint anymore, I think. There's not really too much it can give me. Top, bottom, bottom, top. I need to remember the order in which I kill them. So that's the order in which I need to open the chests. So that's the left side of the dungeon done. Now we can go through the right side. Clear everything out here. We know there's a jewel here also, so that's good to remember. Which means there's also one less pot in this dungeon for Gnarled Key to be. But we'll see. Excuse me. We're gonna jump across this. And do the mini boss first. Gives us a nice and handy portal. This Fool's Ore is really powerful, as you can see. You can 2-shot, 3-shot almost everything. I think Medusa Head is the only thing that actually takes 4 hits with the Fool's Ore. I'm not sure why I'm grabbing this already, but I'm here now. So I'm still missing a lot of items here. I'm gonna go do the bottom section. There are 2 checks here. One of them is locked behind the key door, so I might be able to save that key. I doubt it though, because I'm still missing a jewel. And possibly an alt key that is in this dungeon maybe. That's a map. So I have map and compass, that means I'm pretty likely to have to go to Vanilla Bosky location. So I'm not gonna save that key. Pretty sure there's progression here, yeah. I think it's better to check Vanilla Bosky first, just for min-maxing purposes, saving a key. I am gonna skip this key for now then, because it might still be junk instead of Gnarled Key. spawn a magnet ball to allow me access to the back of that door. There we go. I didn't have to save there, I already made a save, but it doesn't matter too much. Let's see what this is. It's the boss key. I should have known actually that this was required. Because I didn't have this yet. Let's get that small key that I skipped, because I need it. How long is left in this? But I'm probably close to estimates. I'm not that far ahead. I still need to beat 3 dungeons and not go mode yet, so pretty close to go mode. So I'd say estimate is good for now. Alright. Can't make that. Here we go. Probably be overestimate. Depends on boss key placements, honestly. I'm not feeling too behind. But yeah, it's probably gonna be around estimates. It's a slow seed. I need to not die. And I need to hit stuff, that would help. There we go. Still got a 1 cycle. This is Gnarled Key. No, it's not. That means Gnarled Key is probably either cave north of D1 or cave next to D2. Both are not nice checks. Or it's in the lake. But I doubt it based on progression. I'm gonna check it anyway because I'm here. Furnace is checked, Furnace Head, Magic Boomerang. That's not the bracelet. Need to mark my round jewel, but I'm busy. Yeah, this is junk. There we go. Also need to mark D5 when I get the chance. Gonna check cave north of D1 first. Since if it's there, it's gonna save me a lot of backwalking. Shoutouts to backwalking. So we're gonna turn this to fall. Then we can do a check on the other side of the map. Shoutouts to kills in Tarm, exactly. It's arguably the worst item to be there. Because Pegasus seeds there are pretty bad also, but you can get Pegasus seeds in the Corrosion Market. So it's not terrible, but gills you cannot get anywhere else. How did the marathon get so far ahead of schedule? I have no clue. Well, I have sort of a clue. The ALTTP SM rando was a really good pace. It was a 250, I think. Well, the estimate was a 3... Hey, no. Well, the estimate was a 345, so that's 45 minutes saved on the schedule. That's a big time save, I guess, if you want to call it that. So yeah, that means we are in go modes, I think. And I still have to track stuff. So we're gonna to some stuff. I'm gonna grab this key anyway. Give me the heart. This is boss key. I can go straight to the boss, and it's not. Never lucky. So you have to go a little bit deeper. Let me use more seeds. I think I have enough seeds to make it to the Pegasus tree in time, so should be fine. Yeah, missed. There we go, got the boss key, I'm out. How far ahead am I? I am not ahead on the run, but the schedule is 1.5 hours ahead for the marathon. Approximately, I think a little bit more. I don't know actually. When did I start? 2 hours ago. Yeah, it's about 1.5 hours ahead. Pulsar is overpowered. I don't need a heart container. So yeah, I'm definitely making estimates. I'm still missing the jewel. I have to go back in. I forgot. This is not. I'll mark that. I'll mark that. I forgot there's a jewel here. Lol. Go back in. I guess you could say I tried to gamble on it being on the jewel being on the boss. Let's keep it at that. I tried to gamble on jewel being on the boss. No worries. No worries. So yeah, let's do a jewel hunt. It's somewhere in here. That's all we know. It could be here, but it's not here. We'll call it a smart gamble, exactly. Honestly, probably the best thing to do since doing the last check is pretty far out of the way. Jewel? No, rupees. There are 2 more checks in this dungeon. One of them is right here. So if it's here, that's really nice. Otherwise, I have to go all the way to the back and beat the mini boss. So we'll see. It's not here. Lame. Lame. I have to go grab this key. Courage of Rose. Yeah. Oh, taking a lot of damage. Oh, I had iframes. I could have done sweet stuff. Pretty impressive that they can withstand a full sword hits, being the first mini boss of this game. There is the X. X marks the spot. Now we are actually go mode. Let's go. I didn't have to use a seed there. So yeah, I'm staying pretty close to estimate apparently. D6 might take up to 5 minutes, I think. I don't need specs of seeds. I'll get refills along the way. Because I'm a lucky person. Get pixel. No, Pegasus seed drops. I feel cheated. So this is the Lost Woods area, kind of like a seasons puzzle. This is the point in the game where you finally have all your 4 seasons. Hey, we got one. Ah, that hurts. I want another. I want another. My sister in the bottom. Ah, well, I think 12 is okay. 12 is okay. Rift ring, it should be fine. Yeah, I have 2 rings that help me. With the Pegasus ring I can last longer in sections, so I have to use less, and with the Gold Joy ring I can get a double drop in D6. Yeah, this way. That's all I need, I guess. I don't need more kill seeds than that. I love this game. Busy place. Shovel. There we go. I'm gonna use the sword to get some extra hearts. Alright, so D6 has 2 sides, a left side and a right side. Left side is required to go to the boss, so that's the side I'm gonna do first. And the right side is everything behind that key door, which I don't want to go in. So if boss key could be along the right side path, that would be awesome. Door. So yeah, with cape you can jump across some nice gaps here. Be really quick. Oh, that's gonna hurt. 2 chests here. That's the boss key. Or go modes. All the way now. It's a good boss key. Go. Now we can go straight to the boss. I thought I could squeeze through there, unfortunately. Underestimate height? Yeah. It's gonna be close, but it's definitely underestimate. There we go. With Hyper Slingshot it's a bit trickier to do that because I need to equip this. There we go. So I got 10 more Pegasus seeds instead of 5. That should give me enough to get all the way to the end. I'm surprised that middle Stelphos dude died. Normally they clink off. Lane. Come back. There we go. I was actually contemplating using the seeds when entering here. Get there. I hate the top and left side, those are really hard for me to hit. The right and bottom sides I usually have less trouble with. So because we have the boss key we can go straight through here to the boss. Otherwise we'd have to backtrack to the right side. RNG buttons, first try. Hell yeah. 50-50 every time. I have gill seeds. Save a seed there, because I only picked up 6. I think that might miss. I got it, nice. Good shot, good shot. There we go. Hit the switch, no keys in the way. Normally I do unequip here. I have enough seeds for this, I feel. I'm gonna save the seed here. Okay, boss time. Gonna equip the Rang Ring that I got. Where is it? Here it is. Increases my boomerang damage, so instead of having to do 3 hits on each head, I only have to do 2. I can't make that. Close one. Rang Ring is so useful. Because Manhandler is such an annoying fight, it doesn't really matter what you have. And I still have 2 extra gill seeds. It's really nice. 209 is probably gonna be a 212-ish. High 212, maybe 213. If you're using a turkey, you have to fill it up, right? That's all. That's the rule. Even if you're go mode, you don't need the tracker anymore, you have to fill it up. That's how the rules work for randomizer tracking. See it as big as Link. Yeah. Link is awkwardly small compared to some things. It's kind of awkward sometimes. Do you have something planned, Game Boy? To fill up the slot after this, or is there still something open or something? I don't know. I haven't been paying too much attention. Okay, cool. I think I have enough bombs. I'm not paying attention too much. Hey, Pegasus. Yeah, I have mech bombs. It's always something you have to take care of before going to Onyx's castle if you have enough bombs. Because otherwise, Facade here could really screw you over. Take that. I'm gonna equip the power ring, level 3. It's gonna make my sword deal so much damage. And here we have Onyx, which we haven't seen the entire game. So I need to use the swords. He's immune to everything else. But with level 2 sword and power ring, I only need to do 4 spin stashes on the first phase. And with Din in the way, I can do double hits on these spins. So I only need 2 spins. Makes it really fast. That power ring is really helpful. And then we have the final phase of the boss. Time will be after the final hit. So I'm gonna be sub-estimate if I don't. If I'm not bad. Need 3 hits with the full sword. Like I said, if I'm not bad. I'm gonna get blue fire into balls, I already know it. He's gonna give balls, I know it. The balls. Balls. That's the wrong claw there. I'll wait. I'll wait for it to turn around. There we go, that's time. It's up to 13. Nice. There we go. I stopped the timer. So yeah, pretty good. Good see. It's really filled my time for the estimates. Well. Also, the reason I submitted hard mode instead of normal mode is because generally hard mode is faster for me on average. It has less variability upwards in terms of my time. So not only did I want to show hard mode off, it's also for me to make a better estimate. Like a 215, I cannot seem to guarantee that in a normal mode seed because progression works differently. So yeah, I'm glad I made estimates. Even though Gale seeds were in Tarm Ruins, which really slows down the game a lot. So yeah, these are the credits. Let me see what I can talk about still. We have a Discord. We're hanging out in the speedrunners Discord. We have a separate section for the randomizer there. Let me not fuck up the layout and let me not be dumb and spoil everything of my personal browser history. Okay, I can change this. Lol. Let me grab some links. It's still fine, right? Yeah, it's fine now. Cool. So where is the link? We have a link to the Discord here. Let me dump the chat. Oh, there is already links. Hey, I didn't even notice. How nice. Good prep. There's still one link I can drop. That is a web-based generator. All you need is a ROM for that. Stop clicking on links. I want to copy links. It's hosted on JC's end, so he made his server available to keep a web-based browser tool. There it is. You can generate both ages and seasons. You need an English version ROM for it, and then it patches it into a random ROM. It's really cool. It doesn't generate a spoiler log though, so be aware of that if you're going for your first run, for example. It might be nice to use the release version from the GitHub page instead of this browser plugin. But once you're more familiar with it and once you use the tracker, there's a tracker out there by Randomania. Why is the Discord loud, Lana? Oh man. Okay. Copy this. Here's the Discord link. Discord. Bloop. That should be the right one, right? Can I double check that? I'm not in the Laminat. Yeah, okay. I'm in this Discord, so it's probably the right Discord. So yeah, we're hanging out there. There's a separate section for the randomizer. I was talking about the tracker, yeah. So I'm using an HTML tracker, which is part of the package on the GitHub page. But there's also a tracker for Oracle of Seasons and Ages in the emo tracker. I'm not sure what the links are to that because I don't use that. I know Randomania made that tracker, so he probably knows more. I don't think there are any links in the Discord for that. Not that I know of, at least. Yeah, I don't think I can. There it is. Yeah. So in the emo tracker, there's a separate package for Oracle of Seasons and Ages. Oh yeah, we have a weekly race at 3 p.m. EST, 9 p.m. CEST, or EDT, set, whatever, daylight savings time. Stupid stuff. Really weird. But yeah, it's gonna be at 9 Central Europe time, 3 Eastern time. It's not whatever. It's gonna be later today in if it's like 1 now, it's gonna be in 8 hours, 7.5 hours. So yeah, that's gonna be hype. We might have a restream for that on Zelda speedruns, I'm not sure. So maybe you're interested in it. You can watch it. You might want to join. Please join the Discord also, so we can help you out if you have any trouble. That's it, I think. Shoutouts to Jangler, Hera, Phenomenon714. Shoutouts to Dren, because Dren is a cool guy. Shoutouts to JC for having the web-based generator. Shoutouts to the Oracles community, shoutouts to the Randomania community, of course, for setting all this up and having me all in the marathon. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And yeah, that's it for me, I think. Let me check if the. Are you guys ready for the bonus run? Let me go to the Discord. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna ping you in the Discord when I'm offline. So thank you all for watching and enjoy the rest of the marathon. Have a nice day.